Today I'm replacing my Koyo Radiator with another Koyo Rad? Let me explain. So, it hasn't even been a year since I did a full install video. Oh, I just peed coolant all over my foot. It hasn't even been a year since I did a video on installing this Koyo radiator, and now I'm installing another one, but this one is from Flyin Miata, and it is just that much better. Let me start off by saying that I would be perfectly happy with the original Koyo radiator that I had if I didn't discover a tiny pinhole leak. So I have a track day in like 24 hours and I needed a radiator quick. Now it's COVID time, so nothing was in stock. Even my good friends that turned 14 didn't have any Koyo radiators in stock. So I was like, crap, now what do I do? So I went on Flyin Miata, and I've been eyeing this Crossflow radiator for a while, but it's not something I really wanted to spend more money on after I already bought a radiator. But this is a new and improved design by Flyin Miata. They put a ton of R&D into it. It's a Crossflow design instead of the basic Koyo radiator where it's up and down. So basically with a Crossflow, the fluid stays in the radiator for a longer period of time, so it's gonna be cooler. It's just about the same thickness, if not the same. The dimensions are very similar. And if you want to know every little detail on the radiator itself, go on flyinmiata.com and check out all the specs. And if you want to know how to install everything from start to finish, I did a very detailed video on how to do a cooling system overhaul on an NA Miata, so go check out that video. Let me show you some key differences and some key things that I want to explain to you if you're installing a Koyo radiator on an NA or NB Miata. There's a few things to make note of. So, dimensionally, the normal radiator and the Flyin Miata Crossflow are about the same width. The height on the Crossflow is about 1.5 inches shorter, so that's a good thing in my opinion. It sits a little more flush with this edge, and it gives a little more clearance for the hood. You also notice that the filler is all the way over here, whereas on the normal one it's there. And the outlet is here, where it's all the way on the other side on the Crossflow. This is good for a coolant reroute. And Flyin Miata offers an upper radiator hose. So if you still have the stock location thermostat, you're fine. And I test fitted it with the Spirit R intake, and it fits perfectly fine. There's a video on that too if you want to see it. I love this intake. Sounds great, looks great. 10 out of 10 on that. So I'll show you a few things you have to do with the fans, and actually before that, while we're talking about the thermostat, I did an Instagram poll on proper thermostat orientation and proper thermostat gasket orientation. Little jiggle jangler, or I'll put it on the screen, goes straight up. This is on a 95 1.8 liter. And if you get an OEM Mazda thermostat gasket, there is a little green O-ring. That should face towards the engine. I'll put that picture too up on the screen. So if you're wondering if the stock fans will work with the Crossflow radiator, they do. You just have to trim them in a couple of spots. This corner, you need absolutely no trimming whatsoever. In this corner, you need to trim this tab a little bit. You can see the cutout. And a little bit of the plastic. Not a big deal. This lower corner, a little bit of trimming of the plastic because the drain is now right there. And over here, also just a little bit of plastic. So really, not a big deal at all. And I'm gonna put the other fan on and I'm gonna wire it in parallel, but not tonight. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same as if you were doing a regular stock, well, a regular normal Koyo Rad. Use the same brackets like before. For an NA Miata, you have a bolt that goes through here, and then these are tabs on the bottom that just drop in to these guys. You see? And for the fans, you're gonna use a little spacer there and there, just on this side. Flyin Miata supplies you with absolutely everything you could need, including a new overflow hose, because since the inlet's all the way over there, it's where it's gonna be. It's gonna have to flow over there, and into your overflow tank. Typical Koyo fitment. Perfect. This is more of an update video, and if the production quality on these videos seem a little shot, it's because I'm doing 12 million things at once. Trying to get this car ready. And I also moved, so it's just been busy. So bear with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. See you in the next one.